Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio podcast. Joining me tonight for our Money in the Bank preview show, Chucks and Will. How you guys doing?
Yeah. Hello.
Was that more enthusiastic as it was compared to last week?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bean's on assignment as per usual. He's probably getting that insider information from Jack as per usual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a new season for the prediction game. I'm very excited. This is probably the one time where I'm actually tied in first place, and then I'm going to lose it from here on out. So.
Yeah.
What are you clicking on?
There's a lot of clicking going on there.
Yeah.
A mouse.
Oh. I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into our off-air conversations, but it doesn't exactly fill you with confidence when the last thing you hear before you go on air is, I hope this works.
That's true. I didn't I mean, I've been using the same new seed for the stream here that you gave me since YouTube just decided to randomly change the seed structure. And so, I wanted to make sure everything was okay. But I didn't get a chance to test things out before we went live, which there's really no way to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Before we get into the news and whatever during the week, there's a little bit of breaking news which we don't get off very often during the show. But
really,
we just heard that Pac has been taken off the Double or Nothing show next week. He was due to face Hangman Page, but now that isn't happening.
It's a shame.
Literally just broken in the last 10-15 minutes or so.
There you go.
It's bad news. I was looking forward to that one.
That was the first match they announced for the show.
Yeah, he's in some ways one of the bigger names as well.
I just used the Randy Orton news theme there for a bit, and I think it might have been a tad bit too loud, so I'm sorry if that startled anybody. It startled me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Double or Nothing is, as I've just learned, next weekend, believe it or not. And it's kind of a blow because I was looking forward to seeing him after not seeing him in WWE for however long it's been.
Yeah.
I think him and Enzo, even though I think there's me personally, I think there's some sort of animosity between one another. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think him and Enzo had the best stuff in 205 Live.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, I think that was the last time I actually watched it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the last time a lot of people watched it. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
the big talking point now is who's Hangman Page going to face?
A mystery opponent. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe they can hook something up in the last second or whatever, and keep it as a surprise.
Well, I mean, you've got to think whatever happens is going to be a last minute thing now. It's only a week away.
It is.
They've had this match planned since they announced the event. God knows how long ago that was. So, yeah, you got to think it's going to be a last minute decision.
I mean, it could be, maybe it could be Ambrose.
Yeah, that is getting some traction actually on Twitter.
No?
So,
fresh out of prison, John Moxley from Dean Ambrose, yeah. So, it could be a thing. You never know. I think if they could keep it a secret, it would be something that's really enjoyable for everybody. I was actually wondering if we would maybe next week talk about Double or Nothing, because I I know nothing about AEW. I just know a little bit of it.
Yeah, I'm not too up on it myself, to be honest. I only know bits what I read on the internet and, small little bits, but I suppose... Oh, there's a text message.
Unprofessional.
I suppose we should start treating it as a bit of a big deal now with the news this week.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be competition. Hopefully it will be. It'll be a good thing if it is.
Well, Billy Gunn said they're not going to compete with WWE, but I think at the same time it's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think, perhaps.
Well, he said that, and then Jericho said this on a podcast this week. This is a war. So...
fair enough, I guess. Feel free to, believe whoever you want to believe.
But so they've got this TV deal now. They've got a pretty good deal in the UK as well. They're on a pretty major channel here. Looks like they're going to be anyway. And they've got some big names. I mean, you got JR and commentary, and that's a big deal. And obviously some of the talent they've got, like Jericho and other names.
Okay. I mean, everything about it is just reminding me of like Monday Nitro and how they got the upper hand. And I think nowadays we kind of need like a new Nitro to flip over.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. I mean, WWE in general just needs competition.
Yeah. No, I agree.
TNA tried, unfortunately, didn't get anywhere. Let's hope AEW does something at least.
They've got recently Earl Hebner.
Why?
Signed on as a referee.
Why?
He's a name. They got Billy Gunn and Jerry Lynn.
That's like coaches. Yeah.
And believe it or not, they've got Sandra the Seamstress.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell? She was in WWE for like the longest time, and then I think she quietly exited the company, and now she's part of AEW.
Apparently.
What the hell? Gotta look that up. Huh. Leaves the company at 2050. Wow. Okay. Well. All right. Anyway, sorry. I just had to look that up real quick. Yeah. Oh, was that somebody opening something?
Yeah, there you go.
I restocked some of the sodas here yesterday. I picked up Pepsi, which has a bit of blueberry juice in it, and I'm not a fan. Like, it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not great at the same time either.
It doesn't sound great.
It kind of tastes like something cotton candy related, I feel. And I'm not a fan of cotton candy personally, but it has like a weird aftertaste texture to it. And I don't like it. But at the same time, I don't want to like throw it out. It's like, I'll suffer through this, but I'm not going to,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that sounds like Pepsi. I'll suffer. I'm not going to throw it away.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to enjoy it.
Did somebody actually make an AEW on TNT opening? What the fuck?
It's basically the Nitro show. It's done quite well, actually.
It looks quite well from the thumbnail that you just linked. I still can't believe they're going with Tuesday Night Dynamite. That's
the rumor. They've not actually said, have they? But
well, they've got it trademarked, don't they? So.
Yeah. Watch them use it for like somebody, for like Alex Wright or whatever. Alex Wright, the Tuesday Night Dynamite. Just comes out dancing again. So we got a lot to get to. There's some, unfortunately, some morbid news that we got to talk about with Ashley Mazzara a little bit. We've got the prediction game and some other stuff, as well as the Raws and SmackDowns from this past week, which was in the UK, but from what I saw, at least of Raw, I kind of skimmed through SmackDown. Seemed like same stuff, different week, you know? The major thing coming out of Raw, I think, just going off of this real quick, is the costume piece that Bray Wyatt has from the Firefly Funhouse that we all got to see, rather, I should say. Grammatically correct. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think he looks a bit like Kazarni. I feel when he like turned around and he was like this evil clown mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit. See where you're coming from.
Somebody else said he looked like Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. Personally, I also thought he looked like a Payday 2 character with the clown mask on, about to rob a bank.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, but as we're all waiting, we just want to see how it, acts in how that is going to act in the ring, basically, you know. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's how he will be competing with the mask on. So be interesting to see, but I imagine we might see that maybe this week on Raw.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, after the pay-per-view, I can see that.
There's a pretty good, I can't remember the guy's name, but it was retweeted by Bray Wyatt. The guy who made the mask. He tweeted basically his story of how it came about and the
Tom
design. That's the guy. He went through the discussions they had with WWE, and it's just quite interesting in terms of how it comes about. And if you look at it, he's put some pictures up of his earlier design, and it's pretty similar to what it turned into. So looks like they didn't meddle about with it too much, which is good.
I mean, it's just how. I mean, everything. The presentation is phenomenal. It's just how's it gonna translate to the ring, and whether or not Bray Wyatt's gonna be booked to win. Like, EC3 is the 1%er, and now we barely even see him, or he just loses matches.
Yeah.
So if they built him up properly, it could be something really special. Otherwise, you're back in the same boat. In which case, I would say go to Tuesday Night Dynamites or whatever across the way. Let your character grow over there.
There's so many guys that benefit from that. So many.
I agree.
EC3, definitely.
I agree.
Do you think they're going to do anything with Mojo Rawley?
No.
No.
I mean, they're already doing nothing with him. I mean, he technically won off of a technicality this week. Because what was it? Apollo Crews quote unquote injured himself during his match. Something like
that. And Chad Gable's had a haircut.
He did.
Have you seen that?
I've not. Show me an image here.
There you go.
Let's take a look here. Okay. I'll throw this up on the screen. I mean, that looks fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not a big change.
Honestly, it looks like more like an American Gladiator now with that. Like a younger Nitro or something. If you ask me.
Nitro. It's Nitro. We have different gladiators.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we do.
You have the regular gladiators. We have the American gladiators over here.
Yeah.
I hope it does well for him,
Huh. It does look a little bit like Jack Cable.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. Should we get into the prediction game, or do you want to keep going with the recap of the week here?
What else does he look like? That's really familiar.
Don't you hate it when you?
That's gonna bug me.
Yeah, when you think you recognize somebody from somewhere else and like you can't rack your brain as to where you can pinpoint it.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens to me from time to time.
Ricky Steamboat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit
It
actually.
kind of is Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, wow.
In certain pictures, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If only it was
what
booked
were
like
we-
him. Sorry, what were we gonna say? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I don't know. What were we going to say?
I was gonna say you want to go into like Raw and SmackDown for the week here, real quick, or
Yeah, let's do that. Talk about the setups and then we can do the predictions.
Alright,
Yeah,
sounds
do it
good.
in order.
Let's see here. So yeah, on Raw, from London, England, live in London, as Jerry Lawler would say. Let's see here. The main takeaway from what I could tell you is that Braun Strowman, who was initially booked to be in, is now out in a Falls Count Anywhere match against Sami Zayn, who is now in the men's Money in the Bank match here.
So if Strowman's injured, which is the most likely scenario,
Is
then
it?
why did he work that Falls Count Anywhere or whatever that big brawl was?
I suppose you can get away with that. It's behind his
yeah.
shoulder, isn't it? I suppose you can get away with that without taking too many bumps.
I guess, but he was still working, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. I guess he's not falling off ladders, but
No.
I mean, if it's an injury, that's one thing. If anything, I thought it was just, some sort of like booking mistake or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Like
I
Sammy
think
should've
it
been the guy.
was a shoulder, but maybe I'm not sure.
Because he won it last year, right?
he did.
And he either... I don't remember the cash-in. I don't remember it at all. It was something stupid, though. I remember that.
It was something stupid.
Didn't he announce it beforehand?
Oh, that's right. He announced it beforehand like a doofus. And I don't remember his opponent that he lost to.
Must
Was
have
it
been
Lesnar?
Lesnar.
I'm sure it was Lesnar. It was, yeah.
Oh. You're right. That's because now I remember Lesnar taking the case and he chucked it up the ramp and it like broke some of the LEDs or whatever. I remember that now. You're right. Because he announced it ahead of time instead of the surprise. You're right. So yeah, I'm kind of glad now he's not in the match. Yeah. Now I'm reminded of that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Also, somebody else that is also reportedly injured, Alexa Bliss, who was originally booked to be in the Money in the Bank match for the ladies, but now Nikki Cross takes her place.
So both of last year's winners are out and
Yeah.
replaced. Isn't it convenient though? It's kind of lucky that if Alexa's injured for this Sunday, that her gear didn't turn up last Monday,
That was lucky.
and she couldn't. I mean, that's a happy coincidence, isn't it?
Lucky or fate?
Well, it could be fate. She could have made it worse, whatever it was that she only just discovered now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunate.
Some was a bit scripted, isn't it?
It's almost like that.
It's like they're on a TV show where everything's written out for everybody. Mojo Rawley, by the way, was on Raw this past Monday, who might have gotten confused for WWE main event. And, this honestly did seem like a match that would take place on main event. Mojo Rawley taking out Apollo Crews, who I think was going for like the standing moonsault, but he like tweaked his knee or something.
Well, he did like a flip out of the corner, didn't he?
Right. That's what it was.
It looked like he landed fine, but he then sold the knee.
Yeah. And then Mojo Rawley capitalized off of it with his new face paint. And, nobody cared, unfortunately.
No. I give him 2 more weeks.
Really?
Until what?
Yeah.
Until what?
Until
He was fired.
No. Until he just like, this is what happened last time. Tried to push him. It lasted about 3 weeks, and then he was gone again.
Give him 2 weeks to be on Tuesday Night Dynamite.
2 more weeks of wins, and then either he loses to someone else, or he just disappears.
Wow.
Kind of like Robert Roode's mustache.
Wait. Did Bobby Roode or Robert Roode lose his mustache?
No. But he won his first match, and then the next week he just wasn't there.
Oh, right.
It's like, well, we're going to push a new guy, or a repackaged guy, and then who knows? Anything could happen.
That's true.
Lose interest.
I'd release Mojo. He's a waste of time.
Wow.
They're not releasing anyone, though.
You're going to make Beans happy with that.
I think they need one of them days where they just release everyone in one go. There's just so much waste on that roster.
Yeah, but with AEW...
Because they don't want anyone going to AEW.
Well,
yeah.
that's why they're not going to do it, but something big needs to happen.
Yeah.
Send them all to NXT or something.
It could be the next big thing. If he goes to AEW, it could be the biggest star in wrestling.
Oh my god.
Good.
Yeah. I could see the the WWE Network special of the one that they let get away. We also had Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans putting Becky Lynch through a table during their double contract signing. I honestly, we'll get into the picks here later, but I honestly don't see Becky leaving with both titles at the end of the night on Money in the Bank.
You don't see?
No. Then Baron Corbin defeated Ricochet. Or Rick O'Shea. Nikki Cross, as we mentioned, defeated Natalya, Naomi, and Dana Brooke in a fatal 4-way. Dana with a crazy crossbody off the ladder on Raw, which was an incredible high spot. Rey Mysterio defeating Cesaro for some reason. Where the hell is Sheamus? This is just turning into where the hell is Sheamus for me. Whenever Cesaro comes out.
He was injured. I don't know if he still is. When they did this shake-up, he was injured, but I don't know if he still is.
Interesting. So, it's like Cesaro's coming out to Sheamus's music, and it's throwing me off.
I don't know if you watched if you're into the Formula One, but he was at the race on Sunday, Cesaro. And they kept cutting to him like every 5 minutes. he was in the pit lane of one of the teams, and he just kept smiling really weirdly at the camera. Really
because he had his mouth guard in.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so he's doing appearances on his own as well, so
that's good.
But yeah, I don't know what the situation with Sheamus is exactly. He was injured, but I don't know if he still is.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I've seen a lot of The Bar over the last few years. And
yeah, but he's even doing the bar symbol.
Yeah, like they're not done. But yeah, I'm kind of happy to see him do his own thing for a while.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Moving over to SmackDown for a bit. The Usos was one of the wild cards on this past Tuesday. Oh man, what a headline!
So they were one of the wild cards. Tag teams are one guy.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Pretty much it was Roman Reigns with his own little talking segment where he introduced The Miz. Miz came out. And then I think it was Shane McMahon and Elias interrupted, and then Brian and Rowan interjected and ambushed them and whatnot, and then the Usos came in for the save, blah 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 blah. Andrade defeated Finn Balor, Ali, and Randy Orton in a fatal 4-way match. I think Ricochet came out and then
he did
grabbed the case or whatever. snuck up.
He was a wild card.
He was one of the wild cards. Didn't really do anything other than take the Money in the Bank case. Then we had Shane McMahon, Elias, Daniel Bryan, and Rowan defeating Roman Reigns and the Usos in a 4-on-3 handicap match. Okay. Now this, and then I didn't see this. I kind of skipped over it. I'm sorry. But now, apparently, Kairi Sane and Io Shirai are now being called the Kabuki Warriors. Asuka, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Asuka, thank you. I'm thinking of the Pirates in NXT. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Sky Pirates is so much better. I like the Sky Pirates.
The Kabuki Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors, not so much.
Why do you have to be like a Viking, a warrior, or an experience nowadays to be a tag team?
An experience.
The hell?
Apparently they wanted to be the Kabuki girls, and they were told you can't be girls.
Why not? How? How do you say no to that?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Anyway, and then the night ended with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who was the other wild card, getting wild with Kofi Kingston as their guest. So, yeah, I kind of skimmed. No joke, I skimmed through SmackDown like 20 minutes before we started the show, and I just kind of breezed through all the highlights there. Ed's in the chat talking about the.
Well.
Talking about a horse without a jockey in the Preakness Stakes, which I wonder if the Preakness is going to end in a disqualification, a la the Kentucky Derby again. So I don't know. What a swerve! Exactly. Yeah, that'd be a hell of a thing there. Should we get into the prediction game?
Just one thing on the wildcard rule.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's here to stay. They've cancelled the SmackDown live event again on Monday. Second time they've done it this month for this wildcard rule.
Just merge the shows.
Merge
the shows. At this rate, they can't. I mean, granted, they can't do that because of the whole. Whatchamacallit? I can't think of the fucking brand split. There we go. That's the word. The brand split and the Fox deal coming up and all that. I think maybe at some point they might merge the shows, but at the same time, I don't think they will because of that whole extravaganza in the fall when they move to a different network. Here, let me move this over here. Let's get into the prediction game here. The first one of the new season, the 2019-2020 prediction game. I can get this situated here. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit loud. Sorry about that. Do you have your papers, Chucks?
I do.
That you're running out of.
A new notepad, and it doesn't really rustle very well. But yeah, I'm ready. Okay,
here we go.
You ready to retain your title?
I'm ready to retain my title. I've even written my own predictions down to save time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm prepared. I'm prepared this year.
Okay.
First up, let's do the pre-show. Not the Cruiserweight title, believe it or not, although it'll probably end up on there. But they've announced Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos, non-title, on the pre-show.
Why the hell is this not a title?
I thought it was for the title.
It's not for the title.
Interesting.
And
well, that's what non-title means.
Yeah, it's a title.
It
says a little phase of calling them title-free matches for a while.
Ed in the chat says because they're the Usos are Raw. I forgot about that.
True.
Forgot about that. So that should be a red. There we go. That shows you how much I've been keeping up with the brand split. Where I'm like, yeah, those are Raw guys, or no, they're actually on SmackDown. No, those are SmackDown guys. They're actually on Raw. Yeah.
I'm surprised WWE even remember, to be honest with you.
They've got to have like a cheat sheet, I feel.
Well, they didn't last week when Shane was going to give Bryan and Rowan the titles, and then the Usos came out and said, no, we should have a match with them.
Wow.
And
Did you catch? Sorry, go on.
Well, Bryan and Rowan beat them to then win, so it was okay when they were wild cards and not now when it's on a pay-per-view, I guess.
Did you catch, just go on SmackDown, sorry, when Elias did his usual WWE stands for War with Elias?
Yeah.
Shane McMahon tried to be funny and then really messed it up and said, actually, it stands for WWE.
Yeah, it's what wrestling going to take.
So apparently WWE stands for WWE.
There you go.
It would have been a good line. So yeah, non-title for some reason, and I'm gonna say it's non-title because Bryan and Rowan are winning. No, that doesn't make sense. It's non-titles because the Usos are winning, because the other guys are the champions.
Oh God. So who are you going with? Usos?
Oh man. I went into it thinking that the other guys were champions.
Yeah.
I had everything all written down. I was so prepared. And now I've talked myself out of it.
I honestly thought this one was for, if even the graphic I made, it says for the titles.
Wow, is it really?
I think so. Throw it up.
Oh, I don't care. Back to nope, I don't have that. WWE shows. Gotta look this up here real quick. Maybe they adjusted it here.
No, I made this graphic, so it's my fault.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, there's no mention of it. They're kind of sneaky with it on the website. It says SmackDown Tag Team Champions Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos, and the newly crowned champions will battle Jimmy and Jey Uso. But then at the bottom, tune in to see Bryan and Rowan go to war with Jimmy and Jey. So it doesn't actually say.
Right.
So I'm going to say Usos. Usos get their win back, and it's non-title, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And Ed in the chat says this shows you how light the SmackDown tag division is.
Well, yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Ed. So you're going with who again? The Usos? Chucks, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I will go with... I feel like Bryan and Rowan, they got the titles for a reason. Even in a non-title match, they can't lose them. But then again, champions in non-title matches lose all the time. You know what? I'm going with the Usos. You're right. You kind of sold me on that. Will?
I'm gonna go against the grain then. I'll go for Bryan.
Are you off the chain?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bryan and Rowan.
I was off the chain,
Okay.
going against the grain. I still think it's kind of a better song than Glorious, but that's just me. Only if you remove the words.
Yeah, the instrumental one was really good.
Yeah.
That was a grand theme.
Where do you want to go next?
Let's go. See, I like saving the title matches till the end, but I'm sure the Cruiserweight title will end up on the pre-show. So let's do the Cruiserweight title match. At WrestleMania, Tony Nese won the belt. So he is now champion, and he's defending against Arya Daivari.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. I'll go Nese retains.
Oh, it's coming across out. Whoop, hold on. Got to remove some of the formatting here. Who are you going with, Chucks?
Nese as well. He's way
same
too soon.
here.
Yeah. That's
Same.
it.
There we go. I think, he got the title at WrestleMania. This is his first, I think, pay-per-view defense. Let him hold on to it for a little while.
Yep. Okay, then let's do what have we got that's non-title? Roman Reigns versus Elias. just a standard singles match.
Yeah, nothing really, hyping this one up all that much. We've been kind of like seeping into the Shane McMahon Miz stuff a little bit as of late. I mean, Elias is SmackDown's biggest acquisition of all time.
Yeah.
It's the big dog coming off of leukemia. I mean, I kind of want to say it's as obvious, but at the same time, I feel like Elias might win from some sort of chicanery. Maybe like a Shane distraction, and then El Kabong with a guitar, like he's Jeff Jarrett or something. 1, 2, 3, there you go, But
yeah,
with that aside, I'm going with Reigns.
Yeah, me too. I think that's a fairly safe bet.
Roman could survive with the loss. I mean, that's true. He could.
Yeah. He
I'm
definitely could.
I'm sure there's some fans out there that wouldn't mind him losing.
I'm going with Reigns.
The ones that boo him who also have leukemia. So, you also going with Reigns?
Yeah.
Okay. And Chuck, who are you going with?
Yeah, Reigns.
Reigns across the board. Okay.
Okay,
This
Reigns
is like
everyone.
It's like one of the 3 matches that doesn't have like a title or a stipulation to it. Usually enough.
It's the only one, isn't it?
Well, the tag. The Rowan Bryan tag.
Pretty sure. Yeah. It's one of 2. And then the other one here is the cage match, which is Miz versus Shane McMahon.
So, yeah, this is stemming off of the the WrestleMania match where Shane McMahon won despite a Miz superplex off of a cameraman scaffolding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Miz has got to win. He's making a big ruckus about his dad, and you never disrespect the Miz dad, if you will.
No.
So
no,
I feel like he's got to win. He's got to win. Make it a win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miz as well. I think it's time Shane gets his
comeuppance.
Yeah.
Or it's just desserts, rather, not comeuppance. Sorry, wrong word.
Both work.
The same thing. So they both work. I was also going to go for the Miz, but then I was thinking Shane could win this one. Because the next pay-per-view is going to be something like Extreme Rules, right? Where they could do another stipulation. Then I looked it up and found that no, Extreme Rules is in July. The June pay-per-view is called Stomping Grounds.
What?
No, yeah, they changed it. Yeah, they didn't want to call it Backlash.
Oh my god.
Not after going to Saudi Arabia, they don't want to do
exactly.
a Backlash.
Yeah. Well, Ed brings up a good point in the chat.
You search for WWE Backlash after the Saudi Arabia show. Yeah, they get a lot of results.
Ed in the chat brings up a great point. Miz gets the 50-50 win because they have to have the finale back where the feud begins, in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So, and that's on June 7th. Super Showdown, easy for me to say.
Super Showdown.
Yeah.
And they're going to call it Super Showdown Under or something like that.
No, that's what they should have
called it. Make it sound like it's in Australia.
Yeah, that's what they should have called the Australia one.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happening, Ed. Actually, now that you bring that up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go for Shane McMahon to win this one, and then I don't know if it's going to be in Saudi Arabia or Stomping Grounds or whatever. I think they're going to drag it out for another one.
Wow. Fucking stop. That sounds like a network special.
Like Breaking Ground, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You're both going for Miz.
Yeah. Might be where I get my first lead.
Could be. Could be.
Let's see.
It's such a terrible name. I mean, all the old names you're gonna brought back, like Judgment Day or something like that, or
Fully Loaded.
Even that's better.
Yeah.
Stomping Ground. Sounds like a TNA name.
One night of the year where the shoes go out the window.
It's being
TNA Stomping Ground.
TNA Stomping Grounds for one night only.
At least it would make sense for TNA. They could do it in like the Impact Zone or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're doing this one in the Tacoma Dome. Whose stomping ground is that?
Oh my god. Toyota.
Really?
Toyota Tacoma, yeah. I believe.
Toyota. Maybe. Who?
Maybe not.
WCW held their Spring Stampede there in '99, 20 years ago. DDP beat Ric Flair, Hogan, and Sting. So I don't know. Maybe, I guess it's DDP's stomping grounds.
God. I mean, this is a generic graphic for it, but here it is. Here, I actually looked up to the venue, mainly to see if it actually is named after the Toyota car model. But I think it's just in Tacoma, Washington. Now that I think about it, that I completely forgot about. So there you go.
Yeah.
That looks like a network special of some kind. I'm sorry.
I guess they all are these days.
Yeah.
I think that's where Miz gets his big win anyway.
In Tacoma, Washington.
In Tacoma, yeah.
Stomping Ground.
Stomping.
Jesus.
Also, Seth Rollins is going to win there because he does the stomp.
Oh yeah.
And Daniel Bryan will win there because he's from Washington. No, he's going to lose there because he's from Washington. No, but he's a heel, so he's going to win there.
Yeah.
Because he's from Washington.
Maybe he's allowed the band Stomp as well. Yeah.
Is that a band stomp?
Well, they're not technically a band. They play all the bin lids and whatever.
Bin lids?
Bin lids? What, like Red Rolls?
Red Rolls.
Bin lids and oven bombs.
That's a throwback.
Bomb cake. Okay. Let's go into the name of the show, but I'm gonna save the title matches to the end. Women's Money in the Bank. We're gonna go there early. We had a change to this one. Alexa Bliss is out. Nikki Cross is in. So she is there on the Raw side, I guess. She had that funny segment when she wasn't crazy on Raw and said, "I've been here for 4 weeks and no one's noticed." It's true. No one noticed.
Yeah.
So Nikki, Natalya, Naomi, and Dana Brooke from Raw, Bayley, Ember Moon, Carmella, and Mandy Rose, not Sonya Deville, from SmackDown. Where's this one going to go?
I don't know. Just looking at the 8 women. You know, last year I think I predicted Naomi to win it, and she did. This year,
Alexa won it last year.
Oh no, it's 2 years ago then. Either way, you're right. I forgot about that. I'm skipping over a year, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Part of it, I mean, Dana Brooke's probably the underdog in this. I'd like for her to win it, but I don't know if I can commit.
For some reason, I don't think she's as far-fetched a winner as she seems.
Yeah,
it's possible.
It could be Nikki.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, what would you go from there? Like some sort of like, well, you were my apprentice / replacement and whatnot, therefore I should be the winner. It could be for Alexa, that is. You know, she could say something like that by proxy, Miss Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I can see that one.
And then you'd have like those two feud over the case. I feel. I don't think Ember would win it. Actually, I could see her winning it. Now that I think about it.
She should do something coming back off her injury or whatever, but I don't know that winning the case is the right move.
I don't see Bailey. I don't see Natalya, sadly. I don't see Naomi. Could be Carmella again. She's won a couple of these, I believe.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go with Ember Moon. I'll go with Ember Moon for the hell of it.
I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose.
Oh, Mandy. Oh, that's another good pick, I feel.
Yeah. I think so too. That's why I'm going for Mandy Rose.
Alright, well. Maybe I don't know if Naomi's actually won a Money in the Bank. Maybe I'm just thinking of like Battle Royales or something.
She won the title at WrestleMania, and she won, I think, the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania, didn't she?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I'm sorry. Sorry, my brain's a little bit foggy. I'm still thinking of the Sky Pirates as the Kabuki Warriors and whatnot. And thinking Asuka's on her own.
That's how it should be.
It should be, yes.
Should have just called up the Sky Pirates.
Yes.
Call them the Sky Pirates because that's fun and reminds me of Skies of Arcadia, which is a great game. And then Asuka can do her thing.
Yeah.
Or she could be the manager and just get Paige out of there because I don't get that at all.
I think he's got to keep Paige with like a job of some sort, you know. I don't know how long she's contracted for, but you know, they gotta have her do something.
Commentary.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Try anyway. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one Money in the Bank. Let's do the other Money in the Bank. So we've got. Who have we got here from SmackDown? We have Mustafa Ali, just Ali, not Mustafa, just Ali, Andrade, Randy Orton, and God, who else is on SmackDown here? Finn Balor jumped at me. Finn Balor from SmackDown. From Raw, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, and Ricochet. Pew pew pew.
There you go.
I can't call this one actually.
I mean, I initially it was going to be Ricochet, but he was the one that grabbed the case on Tuesday, which is usually a sign that you're not going to win.
Yeah, true.
I honestly could see him giving it to Baron Corbin, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
You know what? I think I can bite the loss on this one because it's the first pay-per-view of the season. What?
What the hell?
What is that?
That was a man on the bike.
Tell him to keep it down.
He's gone now.
Sounds like he's still there.
Still there. There you go.
That's the
Now he's
loudest
gone.
bike.
That was weird. Talk about being abducted by aliens. There you go. Yeah, that was strange. You know what? As I was saying, I'm gonna bite the bullet and say Baron Corbin, just to piss everybody off again. I don't know what it is with WWE's obsession of this guy, but they're just gonna keep doing it until like AEW is like around.
Yeah. Why is he still wearing that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just wear a t-shirt. So I've got Mandy Rose winning the women's one, so I think it's got to be a Raw guy winning this one. It's going to be a heel because the Money in the Bank is a heel thing. So that's, sorry, Ricochet. So that leaves Corbin, Zayn, or Drew McIntyre. It could be Sami Zayn, but I don't think they're going to want to give him a main event. It's Corbin or McIntyre.
Well, I mean, Owens and Kofi are going to be, like, supposedly, I would assume, the main event. Zayn could win it, and then cash in on Kofi, if you will. If Kevin Owens loses.
He could, but I don't think they want Sami Zayn in that kind of a position long term. I don't see him as a... Well, I don't think they see him as a main event guy. But Drew McIntyre, it's about time he was.
Yeah, I was this close to picking McIntyre, but I was like, nope, Baron Corbin.
I think he's the guy. I'm going with Drew McIntyre.
I think that's a pretty good prediction as well. Will?
Yeah, I was in 2 minds whether to pick him on. I think I will go with McIntyre.
Wow, alright. Okay.
Alright, we're back into the title matches. Done the Cruiser. Let's do the US title. This is a difficult one to pick as well. We've got Rey Mysterio challenging Samoa Joe with Dominic at ringside. We had a hilarious accusation. Are you sure that Dominic is even your son? We know he's not. What's going to happen here?
Hopefully Dominic getting choked out. Like, that's the spot they've been teasing, I feel.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for him to actually pay off on it.
Yeah.
So, I think Samoa Joe wins via choking out Dominic.
How does that work?
I don't know, but that's what I'm predicting.
Okay.
That's Ray's son.
Yeah.
How could he do such a thing? You know, stuff like that. Sorry.
Maybe not for those exact reasons, but I'm gonna go with Joe as well.
Okay.
He should win because he's beaten Mysterio like 3 times in a row now, or something like that. He keeps beating the guy. But WWE logic would say that Rey Mysterio has to win. I think that maybe Dominic has to be involved somehow. Maybe he shows some of his Latino heat and punches Joe or something. I don't know, but I think Rey could win the belt here, and then Joe's going to do his shocked face, like, "Oh my god, I lost again."
I had him in the submission. How could he have won the match?
How could he flip over and pin me? Yeah.
I hate that shit. I hate that finish. Because it always makes Joe look like a buffoon.
Yeah. Especially with his shocked face. Just be angry. Be angry. I got caught, I'm pissed now. Not like, what? Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. This is how you lose all of your matches every time. Okay, women's title matches. Becky is in both of them. Should we do... What are we going to do? SmackDown first. Becky versus Charlotte.
I'm going to go Becky straight away.
Okay. Becky on that one. I'll say Charlotte.
Oh.
Chucks.
If you're right about that, Charlotte wins the SmackDown.
Yeah.
Becky as Raw champion could still be on both shows. Just saying.
Championship rule, yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm going to go for Becky, though, and I'm also choosing Becky for the Raw women's title match against Lacey Evans. Double Becky's.
I'll go with Becky on that one as well. Because I have zero faith in Lacey Evans as champion. Zero!
Yeah, I'm going double Becky as well.
Okay.
Becky, 2 wins.
I probably. This is how I lose the lead. This is right here. This is where I lose the lead. Calling it right now.
I think it's very possible that Becky wins both of those matches, and then someone cashes in. Maybe Mandy, I guess.
Or Ember.
Prime time to do that.
Or Ember.
WWE Championship match. We've got Kofi Kingston. Originally was going to be defending against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan got a concussion, had to stay out for a while, so they put Kevin Owens in his place. Daniel Bryan came back, but too late. So we've got Kofi Kingston versus the Big O.
I'll go with I'll go with Kofi.
Yeah, I'm going Kofi as well.
Yeah, I don't think Kofi's reign is going to be super long, but I think he'll win this one. This is the second time that Kevin Owens has been used as like a placeholder challenger.
Yeah.
Okay, Kofi's all round, and then the main event possibly is Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. They hate each other. I'm not sure why. Oh, because one is an architect. One built a house and the other likes to burn it down.
That's right.
Yeah, the one who likes to burn it down is the architect, not the guy that builds the house. I guess together they've got like the whole life cycle of a house, right? One of them designs it, one of them builds it, and then the other one burns it down again.
Yeah.
Just go into business.
I don't know how profitable that business would be.
Very, because as long as they don't get caught for arson, there's always going to be.
There's your problem.
Always going to be land to build on.
Anyway, with all that being said,
that's what the feud's based on.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
That's true. Very true.
I don't get it either.
And in the chat says, so the business is insurance scams?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that and building houses.
I'm sure that would be a very short-lived business. I think they would catch up on the paper trail real quick. Yeah, how the hell... What if they actually hype that up as, like, the main go-to for this fucking match here? Like, one builds houses, the other burns it down. Tune in this Sunday to see who wins.
That's basically all they have done. Why do they dislike each other?
It's true. Christ. This has got to have something to it.
But Vince Russo's not excited about this match.
Bro, I swear to God.
No one cares, he says.
One builds the houses, the other burns them down. Who cares?
Who the frick cares, I'd say. He says that 25-minute matches is not what people want to see. How could anyone stay interested in a wrestling match for 25 minutes? He doesn't understand.
That's because he can't write for longer than 25 minutes.
No.
He
says that
gonna go with
these
Styles.
guys are on top while the business is the lowest it's ever been. That shows that we need more 6'6" bodybuilder types.
Oh my God. No, we don't. I'll pick Styles for the hell of it.
Ooh.
Title change. There you go.
Styles.
Yeah.
I've got Rollins.
Again, this is how we lose the lead, everybody. This is how I start off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, I'm going with Seth as well.
Rollins, okay.
But I don't think this is the end. I think they could be having another match in the whatever it is. Treading water, breaking ground, stomping ground, and possibly Extreme Rules.
I took a drink of lemonade and you said treading water. God. Can't do that to me. And the chat had a really good suggestion for a bonus question, which I'm adding right here. Do we get a Bray Wyatt update or a Firefly Funhouse segment whatsoever?
Hopefully.
Yeah, there'll be some sort of involvement.
Yes. Okay. Why the formatting stopped working there? There we go. Okay. What about you, Chucks?
Actually, I'm going to say no.
Okay,
Sorry.
well.
Oh.
For all that.
Just thinking on what happened today.
Oh, well, I mean, they could have had those taped in advance.
That's
and
true.
They could have just had him, possibly scheduled and whatnot. He doesn't have to show up. He just has to, throw up one of the fucking segments.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
And then they can re-air it tomorrow on Raw and then on SmackDown, so forth.
Yeah, I'm still gonna say no.
Okay.
You're probably right in that they probably will. I think them somehow think they've been recorded for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe they'll play one of them. But I think the next step is the reveal, like the live reveal.
Yeah.
And maybe that they might do that on Raw, like give them the weekend or something. But I'll say no for the pay-per-view.
Okay. Shucks.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get something.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes as well. And since it is Money in the Bank, will there be a cash-in on the night of the show? That is another bonus question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say yes to that as well.
Yes, alright. And would you be bold enough to say who? I'll also say yes.
Depends on who wins, I guess. I'm going to go for Mandy Rose or whoever the women's Money in the Bank is going to be.
Okay. Will?
I'll say no. Sorry. Yeah.
And who?
Probably the women's one. Mandy Rose probably is. Again.
I'll go with the guys. I'll go with the guys. Money in the Bank. Okay. I gotta format that to make it look pretty. There we go. Done. Alright. That is your Money in the Bank 2019 prediction game. I feel like I already lost. I feel like I already lost. We'll try to get Bean's predictions as per usual before the show airs, and we'll have him filled out for you next week. And hopefully he'll actually show up for a show next week as well. I know he's been really busy and whatnot, but hopefully we miss him. I miss him. I miss him hosting. He's a better host than me doing this. But yeah, we'll have that, and we'll see who takes the early lead next week there. So, Ed in the chat with a question saying, Chucks and Will, do you have TNT across the pond, and will any of you be interested in watching Double or Nothing, and what do you think of the cost of the streams?
We don't, but we have another alternative. They have a TV deal here.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It's a pretty big deal as well, that the channel they're on. It's not quite free TV, but near enough.
It will be for the weekly shows.
Yeah,
when that comes in, October or whatever. That'll be on free TV. Everyone will get it. It's on the same channel that was doing World of. Did they call it World of Sport? They did, didn't they? Yeah. They kept that name, yeah. So that failed, but they're going to try again with this, which is cool. And they've, I guess, now got a pay-per-view service, which I'm not totally sure how to get it, but they've got it. And yeah, I definitely want to see it. I'm hoping for the best for them. I want them to succeed, to force WWE into doing better.
In terms of the cost, it's actually not too bad. So as you say, they're on the ITV box office, which is a fairly new service. They've done boxing in the last couple of months, but this is the first other event they've done. And they're charging £15, which I'm guessing is about $30.
Yeah, apparently over here it's going to be a lot of people speculated, and I think they ran with it that it's going to be $59.99, which is $60. But
Really?
yeah, the non HD feed or something is like $50. I'm like, that's still a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Compared to a $10 pay-per-view game in the market right now.
Yeah, it's just said there, $49.99 streaming. Yeah, so we're getting quite a good deal. £15, $30 ish. And that's HD as well. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out next week if we can.
Hold on a sec here. Sorry. Yeah, $49.99 on streaming in the US. Yeah, it's still a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and since WWE has killed pay-per-view and like $10 is what everything is now.
Yeah,
it's a tough sell. The kind of network, the WWE network model, and the New Japan's got the same thing for about the same price. It's a tough sell now, asking more than that for one event.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I could never understand back in the not too long ago, but
yeah,
when WWE used to charge that amount of money every month, and if you're a full-time fan, that's a lot of money over a year.
Yeah. Imagine how hard they'd die now if they tried that again.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
With interest as low as it is, asking for God.
Speaking of TV deals, there's a bit of news this week. We mentioned it a couple of weeks ago about the WWE's UK TV rights are under discussion at the moment. There was a rumour that Sky had pretty much pulled out. Don't know if that's true at the moment, but the last update.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you go. You kind of cut out, Will.
Cut out for a long time there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
He said Sky. The latest we've heard is.
I was just keeping you in suspense.
You really have been, yeah.
The last report we got was on Friday from the Telegraph, the newspaper, which is a pretty reputable source, and they seem to think that a deal's been signed with BT Sport.
Oh God.
Which, according to what the rumour is, it's going to come into force pretty soon, actually, after Money in the Bank.
Oh God, that's really soon.
Yeah. There's no details on what they've got or times, dates, or anything like that, but apparently that's all going to be announced fairly soon.
Huh.
Which would be interesting because BT Sports is just for anyone else who doesn't, like, obviously it's a add-on, if you like, to normal Sky. So you have to pay extra. I think it's about £25 a month extra.
Sounds about right, yeah.
So you have to get your Sky on top, which is your basic Sky is 25, is it? Something like that, 24.
Oh man, it is, but then you've got to have the phone line, and you're at it, you may as well have internet as well. It just keeps adding up. So I was paying £80 a month until recently, until I phoned up and said my box is broken, sort it out, and they said that'll be a £60 call out fee, and I said no, it won't. And they said, okay, you've been with us for a long time, we'll do it for 35. And I said, I won't do it for 35. Who do I talk to cancel my subscription then? And that guy said, all right, we'll do it for free. Of course, yeah, right.
Hard bargain.
Well, it's like I'm so sick of paying £80 a month for Sky.
Yeah.
It's not that good. So then I said, like, what am I paying for here? And how can I knock it down? And after a couple of minutes of looking through what I was paying, they knocked it down to 55, and now my internet's faster. So let this be a lesson to you. Phone up your cable and internet provider and just tell them that you're going. See what other offers are out there. They'll sort you out. But yeah, 55 is what I'm paying now, and that's a lot of money for whatever this is. I don't want to pay an extra 25 for BT. And Sky Sports, which is actually all right. Even is that 25 or 30 as well, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
That's not even HD.
But it'd be interesting to see what BT are actually going to offer if it is true. Maybe they're going to offer pay-per-views as well. Should be interesting. But yeah, there's no actual announcement, but apparently it's imminent. Especially obviously with Money in the Bank being tomorrow. So that must mean, I'm guessing, I imagine you'll probably get some news for the end of the month. I'm guessing the rights might be up at the end of May. That makes sense.
Ed says, can you do my next cable negotiation, Chucks?
No, I can't. But you can. Just believe in yourself. Be prepared to leave. And tell them that.
It's true. I mean, I did something with Sky.
Yeah.
Last year, I pretty much said I wanted to leave, and I got the whole deal for 50% off for 18 months, which is actually up very soon. So I'm going to have to do it again.
Yeah, you've got to be ready to resubscribe or whatever it is.
I think it's up in August, so I've got to do it again.
Yeah.
He also asked, what do you think of AEW going against WWE on Monday nights with their show? Have they said that they're going to be on Monday nights? Because I don't think they're going to directly compete with them. Honestly, I think it might be a little bit of a mistake, but then again, with Raw being in the shits currently, I don't think it would be that bad of an idea to go up against them on Monday nights right now.
Was the AEW on Monday?
Yeah.
No, it's most likely going to be Wednesday, apparently.
Wednesday night Dynamite.
Yeah. They've registered Tuesday night, but apparently, you'd know better than us, Smoot, but apparently there's a fair amount of other sport on TNT.
Yes.
So there's more likely to be clashes on Tuesday nights than Wednesday.
Yeah, with basketball and maybe baseball as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, it could be of an issue, on Tuesday nights. But Wednesday night Dynamite sounds just as ridiculous. Please don't name your show Wednesday Night Dynamite. I beg of you. Pretty please.
So then they're going head-to-head with NXT.
Ooh, yeah, ooh. That's a good... I mean, NXT's tape, they could give the spoilers away on live television.
Even though everyone knows them already.
Yeah. Who wants to see Gargano lose the title anyway? That'll put asses in the seats. God. Anyway,
it's a shame we don't get the TNT. And there is a TNT channel here, but it's not the same thing.
Oh yeah, it's like old films, right?
Yeah. It's a shame for you, Chuck, because they actually show the Champions League on TNT in America.
Oh, no way.
Then again, that doesn't really matter to you, does it?
No.
God.
Sorry. I have to get a little dig in somewhere.
Well, that's fine. We won our third trophy. I'll take that. TNT UK is Turner Classic. WCW was on TNT here, apparently.
It's the same channel, same name. It's just, they don't show the same things. It's like a TNT UK version.
So it's like Turner Classic Movies now, apparently.
Yeah.
That's TCM.
So they changed
TCM now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was the same thing.
Probably more representative of what they show.
Yeah. But it's still one of Turner's. Still his team.
Yeah. Just going back to the UK shows for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I was looking at the dates for the next tour. Obviously, the UK tour just finished. We had Raw and SmackDown in the O2. this time around. For the past few years, they've always done it the same way, where they'll do Raw and SmackDown in the same city over 2 nights. It's usually either Manchester or London. They did one in Glasgow as well. The next tour in November, it's the first time they're not doing the same thing. And I think it's probably because of the move SmackDown going to Fridays. So Raw's in Glasgow on the 5th of November, and SmackDown's actually in Manchester on the Friday. So yeah, the first time they've not done the same city over 2 nights. But it makes sense, obviously, with them changing to Fridays. And if you want to buy a ticket, you can do it right now for 340 quid. Yeah.
I'm alright.
Thought you might
Many
be.
things I'd buy for 340 quid.
It's just ridiculous, the pricing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, there you go. All right. Unfortunately, we got some sad news to talk about now. With Ashley Massaro, former WWE diva and reality show contestant. I forgot she was on Survivor China, I believe, like back in 2007, I believe. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us. No official cause of death has been mentioned or put out publicly. Also, it's not being treated as a criminal case, so one would assume that she might have taken her own life, unfortunately. This comes days, like just actually days of after the tweet that she posted a little while ago, prior to this, where she was responding to some fan mail and sent that out. And yeah, unfortunately, that was her last tweet and whatnot, which is incredibly sad. One of the Diva contestant winners back in the day. I don't think she ever won the women's championship, unless I'm mistaken about that.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think she did.
Heck of a talent, from what I remember.
Well, she started off as being pretty bad, but she had a kind of...
She wanted to learn the right way, though.
Diva search, right?
Yeah.
She was obviously popular. Something about her connected.
Yeah.
She looked great.
Yeah.
And she seemed to be really enthusiastic about improving.
Yeah.
Just kind of an awkward situation. If she was given 3 years to get good,
yeah,
she probably would have. But she was thrown in at the deep end and
yeah,
unfortunately kind of got labeled as one of these women that just couldn't work.
Exactly.
But she was over. So, what can you do? You need her on TV.
Yeah. And she left the company at the time because her daughter was sick. Never really disclosed what the illness was, but she left doing that and then did some other projects alongside. Absolutely unfortunate. And as you said, yeah, she wanted to train the right way. So, yeah, I was blindsided by it out of nowhere on the Thursday. I saw the news.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying, I was in work and I got seen a message on Twitter.
Yeah.
I had a very, very brief contact with her a couple of years ago. Through Chris Cash, we were doing some work on something else, some event he was promoting. And she was going to be at this event and we were doing some work on a poster. Literally, it was just an email, it was nothing else, but yeah, it came as a shock, definitely.
Yeah, unfortunate. This came after, I think, also in the same day where there was a health scare with Ric Flair, as well. Apparently, he had some sort of scheduled appointment, which might have gotten taken out of context or something like that,
Yeah.
and then TMZ ran wild with it. The latest was something about how his surgery, Ric Flair's surgery, being postponed due to some sort of complication, and there's some other medical issues going on that need to be addressed before he goes under the knife. That's coming from Wendy Barlow, his wife, to TMZ. yeah, hopefully everything's okay with him. Last time we saw Flair on TV, he was being drugged out by Batista. Probably the safest way to handle Ric Flair at the moment, because I don't see him being able to wrestle a match or take a bump here and there in his current state.
No, probably best he doesn't anymore.
Yeah. So, yeah, Thursday was kind of wild for a variety of reasons there. So with that being said, I'm not seeing much else unless there's anything else you guys want to add to stuff here before we get out of here. Or if Ed in the chat's got any more questions, if he's still here before we go.
No, we briefly mentioned it just then, but as we were coming on the air, Bray Wyatt's posted that him and JoJo have had the baby.
Oh, yeah, we can throw that up on the Twitter here.
And he's named it after two wrestlers.
Yeah.
Big NWO fan, I guess.
Yeah, look at that. Incredible. Best
Three wrestlers.
three. Yeah, there you go. Best wishes there.
Surname is Wyndham. Over Thunder and all.
Yeah.
His first name was Wyndham. He was named after two wrestlers. His son's named after three. Nash 6 Rotunda.
Ah. Anything else? Anything else before we get out of here?
He's put a picture on Instagram of him holding the baby. I don't know why he hasn't got a shirt.
You don't know. Wait, you say you don't know why he doesn't have a shirt?
Yeah.
Because he's a baby. He doesn't have any clothes yet.
Well,
Not the...
Gray, no. Corey Graves got flack for this when The Rock had like a picture of like of a child.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He did.
It's supposedly a lot more comforting to the baby to be up against like actual skin of the father or the mother or anybody really. It calms him down and such, which I honestly didn't know about. I was kind of in the same boat with Graves.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see.
But yeah, that's the whole reason why they do that. Because I was the same way, honestly. Like, oh, who the hell takes a shirt off with a child?
Well, I figure if I look like The Rock, I'd probably just whip it off all the time anyway.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I like some of the replies to the tweets, though. Someone just says, he's here.
He's here. Yowie wowie.
Yeah, there's plenty of yowie wowies as well.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's going to be it for us today. Hopefully you enjoyed the prediction show. We'll be back next week with the results show. Hopefully you come back every week here. We'd love having you. I'm going to enjoy this Pepsi Berry. I'm going to try to enjoy it here. Hold on. There you go. Let's open it up here.
It's a big one.
Oh, God, that's refreshing. Yeah. Ooh. Anyway, have a great weekend. Enjoy Money in the Bank, or at least try to. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Good night. Oh, God. Oh.